Добрый день, добрый вечер, доброй ночи. И у кого утро, пусть оно тоже будет добрым. А с вами Лора и Крис, и мы продолжаем нашу игру. Прохождение Dreamfall Chapters. Мы попадаем в дом Обнакуса. И там нам нужно разобраться с книжками, картин.
Продолжаем поход по библиотекам.
Да, очередная наша библиотека.
This place it is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal. Right, so, clues.
Так, мы ищем информацию о пурпурных
Those are
скалах.
some portentous looking books. I wish I could read them.
Так вышло, что никто о них не слышал, и ни одна библиотека не дала нам ответа. Поэтому мы в очередном поиске. Круглая книга.
Oh, that's interesting.
Спрятать.
Someone's here. Who's... Oh, God.
I must apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you. Zoe Castillo. You're the last person I expected to find here.
Наведи на опцию.
I remember him from my last visit to Mercuria. He's right. This is a very odd coincidence. I have no memory of this man.
Ну почему же? Мы помним, кто он такой. Брайан Вестхаус.
I remember him from my last visit to Brian, right?
Right. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remember nothing. To be honest, I was doing everything I could to forget. That didn't really help.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Wait, is that the Annals of Dreaming? Good God, that's a lost treasure. Only 5 were ever made.
Why be secretive about it? I'm sure I can trust him. I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely everything yet.
Да, что-то как-то я что-то прям всем подряд доверять уже достала.
I know my way
Все
around
какие-то
walls.
подозрительные.
So I see. Your talents run deeper than I remember, Miss Castillo. I'm impressed. Pardon my curiosity, but what are you looking for here? Abnaxis himself vanished a decade ago.
I should trust Brian. There's no point hiding anything from him. It's not that I don't trust him, but
Да, давайте
I
любопытствовать.
was just curious about what was in here.
You know what they say about curiosity, Miss Castillo?
It killed the cat?
What? No. Curiosity is the doorway to knowledge and wisdom. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
Может, как-то можно попрепятствовать ему, что-то какой-то бесцеремонный.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
В любом случае, скорее всего, самое важное находится
Amnaxis was a very well-read man. Thing.
не на поверхности.
Interesting.
Что это?
Заметка. Для нашей девочки. Вот, видимо, подобные заметки мы ищем. Сколько нам их нужно найти-то? Искать упоминания о подпольных горах. То есть неограниченное количество заметок.
Понятно.
This is fascinating.
Так, у нас уже 3 штучки. Там 5 кружочков, может, и заметок всего 5 нужно.
Ну, посмотрим.
Наверх можно пойти?
All those years, and it was right here under my nose.
Уютненько, кстати.
There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
А он там под кроватью нет, не подсвечивается ничего. Нашлась? Ну, замечательно.
Посмотрим.
It's another one of Obnaxus's notes. Westhouse might be able to decipher that note.
Она не понимает. Ну что, придется с ним поговорить.
Ну, давай. Как-то он подозрительно в нужном месте в нужный час.
Obnoxious left so much behind. There's a wealth of
Так он кинулся на книгу в нужный час для себя, а не для нас. Не, хотя он, в общем-то, был чуваком всегда хорошим.
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts. So yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of
Смотри-ка, еще одна
Lora. They
заметочка.
are said to be wardens of the dreaming one, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Тут другие заметки.
Ну, давай. Ну, раз здесь больше никого нет, сгодится, наверное, и он.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
А выглядел очень знающим. И ничего говорить не хочет.
Что, третья тоже?
Here's another note.
On the matter of the kin and the approaching war of the balance. By Jove, this is the information we've been looking for. I can't believe it was right here all this time. Your help has been invaluable, Zoe. I'm in your debt.
То есть мы ему еще и помогли.
Notes. Notes everywhere.
The war of the balance. Finally, something concrete.
Что будем делать с последней заметкой? Дадим? Нет.
Ну отдавай, чё ж, если все это отдали, то чё ж теперь?
I can't wait to tell them.
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Obnoxus means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this Soul Stone is important.
Ну, в общем-то, понятно.
If you see anything that looks relevant, let me know. I can probably decipher it for you.
Нет, погоди, то есть все, мы здесь все закончили, и нам нужно уходить, а его оставим здесь? Нам же ключ-то нужно вернуть, по-моему.
I knew it! I knew it!
Что нам с ним делать-то? Здесь оставить?
Я думаю, нам пригодится карта. Он показывал на карте, где находятся горные горы. Карту забрать еще.
Это верно.
I'm sure Obnoxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person,
Fascinating.
if I make it to Cloud Peak.
Теперь у нас есть все, что нужно.
I'm sorry, did you want something?
Хотели. Может, про честь знать? Походу, он не уйдет отсюда уже.
Как впялился в эти книжки.
Может, его здесь закрыть, пусть здесь и сидит, читает книжки.
I'll need to write all of this
Ни
down
разу
before
не
I forget.
Mr.
набирается.
Westhouse, Brian. He seems very enthusiastic and friendly. Probably. I have a hard time reading him, to be honest.
Are you still searching? I'm sure Obnoxus left notes all over the place.
Понятно.
Понятно, без толку.
I should get going.
А, вот.
Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, this is... It's private property, isn't it?
Obnoxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
Отказать.
He might have the best of intentions.
Пусть идет, просит ключ сам. Потом мы ключ ему оставим
I don't
или
think I can
лишимся
let you stay in
доверия.
here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
I...
Only
Вот оно
joking.
как.
I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
Ты это слышал?
Типа того. Какой-то он не очень дружелюбный. По-моему, все-таки.
Мягко говоря, ему не понравилось. Он явно какой-то не такой. То ли у меня уже все вызывает подозрения после стольких частей Dreamfall. Не, ну последний выкидон это как-то слишком. Насколько я помню, он же бухал все время в этом. Как звать его? В долгом путешествии.
Да, что-то там сидел. Потом путешествиями занялся.
Путешествия как-то изменили человека. Во-первых, странно, что он оказался именно в этом месте и именно в нужный час.
Сразу кинулся к
Тут
книжке.
еще, да, мы ключ как-то должны были вернуть. Надо тебе, иди попроси.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
No,
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Claps. He's the
Кукольный
wizard April
театр.
Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Ну давай, показывай. Что-то меня реально этот Брайан Вестхаус очень смутил. То ли,
Он отреагировал так.
то ли я настолько погрузилась в игрушку, что меня уже смущают многие вещи. То ли под этим есть основания. Короче, посмотрим.
Где же наш Лора?
Что-то его не наблюдаю здесь, да, в другую сторону.
Нет, он действительно просто в другую сторону.
Но он не должен же далеко от нас летать.
Вроде как он показывает.
Угу. И здесь что-то я его не нахожу. Давай, ладно, здесь пройдем вперед. Если что, вернемся.
Хорошо. Здесь его что-то нет.
The city
А,
feels
подожди, а вот
without
это вот
magicals
разве?
around. I barely see any Dolmari or
Разве это не кукольный театр?
Да, похоже.
Ну как-нибудь за народ-то встать, чтобы... Давай туда заглянем. Вовнутрь, так сказать. О. Он самый.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today.
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk. Well, I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
Ну давай.
This has to be the right man.
Угу.
You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, that sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make
Да,
an artist
волшебником
living
быть
in a
нынче не
cold
в
and
моде.
heartless world.
But you were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of flying castles and curious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
Ну что, может, сразу к делу?
Ну, может быть, напомнить ему об Эприл
This show is about to begin. Didn't he and April have some sort of confrontation?
Давай.
Давай напомним.
Do you remember April Ryan?
April Ryan. Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The bitty, the brave young woman who came to my stone and helped me put my sorceress past behind me. How could I possibly forget?
Давай продолжим.
He's
Да,
obviously
интересно про
got
него
some issues.
рассказывать.
Подавим на него.
So, about April.
Why does everyone want to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't No. Apologize, you see, April and I had some disagreements in the past. I'm past that now. I'm a different person. As for April Ryan, yeah, she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of Arazani benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
Что там с напальчниками-то? Нифига не надо
It's
вообще.
an odd name for a children's puppet
Ну
show.
пусть нам расскажет.
Ну, пусть
The Fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all children and critics alike. Gilbert Grotton of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes and like a slow-motion cart wreck. You see, the fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering, trademark and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic about it. Stay for the show.
Да,
I
увлекающийся
guarantee a
чувак.
good time.
Ну, осталось
I might as
последнее.
well get right to it. Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where I come from.
And where would that be?
That
That was a long time ago. In another life. I've moved on. I'm a different person now in every way.
I was just wondering what happened to the stone.
She took it, that bitch. Balance? Pardon me? I don't know where that came from.
Who?
The Yaga, the wicked witch of the north, as these simpletons call her. As if they have any idea who and what she truly is. She lurks
Я так понимаю, мы скоро пойдем к Бабе Яге, раз он о ней заговорил.
Like I said, that's in the past, and I've left it all behind long ago. Now I make an honest living bringing joy to children through my most excellent and revolutionary finger puppet theater. And on that note, I must beg your pardon, young miss. The show is about to begin.
Can we please talk again afterwards? I have some more questions.
Sure. Absolutely. After the show. Yes. Toodaloo.
Окей, after the show.
Yes, here we go.
Ну, пойдем посмотрим. Кукольный театр.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and, well, humans, And you, Azadi soldier standing over there, you're welcome to watch. Just don't rattle your sabers or rustle your suits. Welcome to this morning's performance of The Fingerlings. I am your host and puppeteer, Rupert Clax, esteemed thespian and raconteur, author and entrepreneur. My book is available for purchase with a free personalized dedication. Speak to me after the show. A donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember that every iron piece goes towards a good purpose.
Cool fingerlings.
My beloved fingerlings, handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children and as talented.
Это, конечно, слабо похоже на театр кукол, жалкая пародия. По-моему, это обдираловка людей.
Approach the stage after the show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery, for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present to you the tale of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous witch. Once upon a time, in the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard in a wonderful flying castle. This very friendly wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind. Naturally, he meant no harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very handsome grandfather. But one day, an evil sorceress from a distant land came to visit the kindly wizard. This ugly, selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy. She used her dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe. The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent wandering god arrived to free him from his prison. The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the wandering god in return for vengeance against the cruel witch who trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his occult finger rings.
What? What's this? What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey! Hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary, and in accordance with provisional imperial law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
You can't do this! You don't know who I am!
Tell it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings! No!
Плохо как-то перевоплотился чувак из волшебника в сказочника.
Сказочники тоже.
Да, ведь всего лишь рассказывал свою историю о наболевшем, как говорится, в своей интерпретации, конечно. Не повезло чуваку.
I didn't see that coming.
I guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
I think it had more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone. All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood.
Да,
It was
она
Riverwood you
собралась.
need. I know how to get to Riverwood.
Прекрасное место.
Really?
Riverwood.
And the Yaga, the Wicker Witch.
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them. That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood. It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay. Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing. We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily. Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on. Follow me, Zoe.
Uh-oh.
It's either a cunning plan or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
Да. Помнится, да, Эйприл Райан ходила по лесу. Как раз она познакомилась там, да, с народом банды.
Да, верно.
И Бабу Ягу как раз встретила.
Там
В домике.
по-другому называлось.
Ну, была очень похожа.
Ну да, так вообще на
В
Бабу
нашей
Ягу.
русской народной сказке подобный персонаж назвали бы Бабой
I still
Ягой.
can't believe you pulled
Это
off the
наш
voice and the
транспорт.
whole fake hand thing.
The
Замечательно.
hat looked great on you.
Totally. Not so sure about the beard though. My face is itchy. Speaking of faces, I can never show mine in Marcuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
If everything goes well, you won't have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me. Mush, Daisy, mush!
Whoa, whoa, I think you're upsetting her.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll fly ahead and scout the terrain instead. Don't lose sight of me!
Вот на динозаврке покатались.
Ну, это вот даже хорошо. То, что пешком, все бегаем. Так. А, мы еще здесь не летали. Ой, не надо. Ладно, нам достаточно этого.
Летайте
Динозаврика. Ах,
летающими
вот у
кораблями
нас.
сзади.
This journey must be nearly a week now.
It's been less than 2 days, and I'm beginning to regret bringing you along.
You're stuck in the cargo hold of a cloud ship with your worst enemy. How could you possibly have any regrets?
And people say you have no sense of humor. If there was ever a time to make peace with Liko, this is likely it.
Ну, давай воспользуемся
Maybe there's still a
возможностью, может
chance to
быть,
create a
правда.
bond between us. I'm sorry about your father. I know that may not amount to much now, but I was a different person then. I was blind to the possibility that there could be more than one truth. There's been so much death on the road to this place. I left an innocent man behind to die during my escape from Friar's Keep. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I only caused him more pain. I watched Balse Bakim bleed to death so that I could make my escape through a blood magic portal. I still wonder if his sacrifice was worth it. Have I repaid that debt? Shepard believes so. But many thought him a better man than I, so why did he have to die? What did I gain from these actions? What did it change? What would have been different had I acted differently? All of these choices, Liko, they add up. My soul is heavy. The others believe me unaffected because I carry on as if nothing happened. But their faces and voices are there when I close my eyes. Those deaths never leave me. No words can undo these deeds. There are no excuses for the wrongs I've committed. But I am trying to heal the wounds I've inflicted. It's a long journey, Liko. And
I know. When you arrived from Friar's Keep, I wanted you dead.
Really? I couldn't tell.
And people say you have no sense of humor.
They do?
We've been through much since then. I believe I know you. A little. You've taken up arms against your own people, risking shame, death, and your immortal soul. Because you believe they're misguided. It cannot be easy being hated and feared by both sides. I may still despise you because you murdered my father. may still dislike you because you're an arrogant and intolerant shit. But I respect you, Kian. And I trust you.
Ну почему же, давайте серьезно.
That trust goes both ways, Liko.
Well, I'm taking a nap. This half of the hold is mine. Stick to your side, or I may stab you in my sleep.
Don't worry. I've no intention of cuddling up next to you.
Еще этого не хватало.
Kian, are you awake?
I wasn't. This has now changed.
Did I ever tell you how my society views people like us?
I don't believe so.
The Dole Antiqua consider themselves tolerant and inclusive in all matters. And yet I've always had to hide who I am from my family and friends. If they knew the truth, I'd be ostracized. Tolerance, it seems, has its limits. But in the Resistance, no one cares. This thing we share doesn't change how they feel about us. It's strange. Strange, but liberating.
With the Resistance, you are who and what you decide to be, regardless of color and creed, gender and religion, and... I thought you loved April Ryan.
I did. I do, but... not like that. She was someone I cared deeply about and always will. But I could never have shared my life with her. I still miss her every day. She gave me strength.
Nah, I'm going back to sleep. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
A day of sitting in the dark, bickering about who passed gas?
Like I said, a long day.
Ну что ж, они наконец-то помирились, это здорово. А то два сильных чувака и так враждуют.
Хотя, честно говоря, не совсем понял, о чем говорил Лиха.
Ну, я, кажется, догадываюсь. Странно, что эта опция нам открылась. Правда. Глава 10.
Картинка была, кстати, не такой радостной, как лес вокруг.
Но это мы еще вглубь леса, видимо, не углубились. Просто мы вроде как и Анне высказывали расположение, то есть вполне себе к женщинам. А опция несколько иное по ходу дела предполагает.
Это бывает, кстати.
Да, бывает и такое.
Never trust an Elguan. Cowardly cows.
Oh, something must have spooked it. What do we do now?
This place looks familiar. I think we're close. In fact, I think we're...
Leave! Go, or I'll call the others.
Это кто?
Whoa, hey there, I'm friendly and unarmed.
You're human.
Ой, это же банда.
А Крот была просто на последняя.
Crowbird?
Врала.
Hello.
Мышка-нарушка врала.
Hey, you're that fretful furry thing we met the first time we came through here. Ben Franklin.
Ben Bandu.
Да.
This isn't the same human who accompanied you last time.
This is my new human. She's mostly harmless. Say hello, Zoe. Don't be rude.
Ну, привет,
I
конечно
guess.
же.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Are you the new Bandu Mbata?
Bamboo. What? No, I have no idea. I'm Zoe.
You're a dreamer.
So they keep saying. I'm not very good at it. How did you know?
We live close to the dreaming here. Her dreams surround us. The Yaga.
That's it. That's the one we're looking for, right, Zoe? The Yaga.
You're looking for the Yaga? On purpose? Are you mad?
Oh, I'm not. Her, I'm not so sure about.
You know the Yaga?
She lives in this forest. We do not speak her name. She's mean.
Давайте все-таки
Teddy Bear
поподробнее.
probably knows more about the Yaga. Who is she?
The Yaga? She's old. Really old. She's been around since long before my people came to this forest. Once, she had many servants. Witches, warlocks, evil ones. Like in the stories told by the elders. But her servants are all gone now. So she woke up and crossed into our world. She doesn't belong here. But she's lonely and hungry.
Hungry. Great. Well, we still have to find her. She has the Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone? I've heard of the Soul Stone. The Yaga took it from the fallen fortress of her warlock.
Warlock? Roper Clax worked for the Yaga?
They all did. The Gribbler, Clax, all the evil witches and warlocks of the Northlands. But they're gone now. Just like my people. April Ryan imprisoned the warlock and killed the witch. She saved us all. But then the Azadi came with sharp blades and metal tubes that spewed fire. They murdered most of us. Some fled east. I'm the only one left here now.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
One day, they'll come back. All the surviving Banda. Until then, I watch over their burrows. And I sing. For them. For all of us. This Soul Stone. It's important.
Very.
You'll use it to fight the Azadi?
That's part of it, yes.
I'll take you to the Yaga. Or as close as I dare go to her lair, anyway.
Great! I was expecting you to say no, and by expecting, I mean hoping.
Does the bird always speak like that?
Да.
I'm afraid so. Lead the way, Ben.
Да, про у Эйприл Райан тоже же народ Банда, они жили под ее гнетом, этой бабы-яги, тоже очень сильно боялись, насколько я помню. И здесь какая-то схожая картина. Нам к ней опять нужно. Видимо,
Банды все время проблемы.
набор фольклорных образов ограничен у всех народов мира. Видимо, так.
The Yaga's beyond the ridge. Once you cross that, you're in her realm.
You're not coming with?
Did you not hear me when I said she was hungry? No, I'm not coming with you. The walls of that place are thin, and she can smell my magic.
A wise decision, tiny man. Come on, Zoe, let's turn around and head back with Ben Ben. Maybe catch a fat squirrel and roast it for dinner?
This is what we came here for. If we don't get the Soul Stone...
Everyone dies, the world ends, no more Christmases, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sick of walking into one perilous scenario after the other. After we're done with this one, no more adventures. I swear to the feather gods of old.
You'll know you're there when you see the Gribbler's old house. She was the witch who lived here before. The Gribblers served the Yaga, and that's where she came through, from the beyond.
Will you wait for us, Ben?
I'll wait until nightfall. But if you're not back by then...
We'll be back.
And I had such a craving for crispy squirrel.
Не зузи, ворон.